So the Mario movie is currently breaking all kinds of box office records, as it started with the greatest animated film opening of all time. This seems to have unofficially began the Nintendo Cinematic Universe, and everyone is speculating on what the next Nintendo movie might be. Even stars from the Mario movie like Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, and Seth Rogen have all stated that they would especially love to see a Metroid movie. And although I consider myself as big of a Metroid fan as anyone else, I gotta admit, I'm very concerned about the possibility of a disappointing Metroid movie, as I think it would be near impossible for Nintendo to create a film that would do the lore justice. Before you crucify me in the comments, let me explain my thought process a little bit further. Nintendo just partnered with movie studio Illumination to make this Mario movie, and according to rumors that I've previously discussed on this channel, Illumination is also currently in production of an animated Legend of Zelda movie. This all sounds awesome to me, but let's be clear, Illumination has a reputation of creating movies for children, or at least for the entire family. If done correctly, and if it truly honored the lore, a Metroid movie would be anything but a family film. Would Nintendo have the balls to put out an R-rated film that could potentially tie in to a Smash Bros. Movie collaboration? I kinda doubt it. So my guess is that Nintendo would tone it back on a Metroid movie, and either change some of Samus's origin story, or at least ignore some crucial aspects of it. Now if you don't get what I'm talking about, that's completely understandable, because most of the Metroid games were simply rated for teenagers and up. They didn't include much foul language, and although violence is present, it isn't quite overwhelming either. This isn't the case with the manga though. To be frank, Samus's upbringing is so intense that it makes Batman's origin story sound like a children's tale. Samus was only 3 years old when her parents were brutally killed by the space pirates, and in the case of her mother, she witnesses her get burnt to a crisp by the sadistically evil Ridley. From this point on, Samus is constantly dealing with PTSD and graphic images of her parents' death. At one point, Samus is having such a horrible emotional episode that she starts begging for her friends to kill her so she can escape the agony. When an older Samus finally confronts Ridley, the one who killed her mother, he mentally breaks Samus by telling her that he likely ate her mother's charred body. And then he begins pointing to different parts of his own body, suggesting where her mother's remains might be. Along with that, Samus is also known to drop several F-bombs. All of this would take place in a universe that is known to be sinister and disturbing. At times, the Metroid games feel like they belong in a horror genre, and considering Samus's story, a film would have elements of horror as well. If done correctly, this wouldn't be your typical Nintendo story, which is why I fear that it might not happen in a way that honors the lore. Ideally, this movie wouldn't just have mature tones, but it would be about as solid of an R rating as a movie can get. Let me be clear, nothing would excite me more than getting a Metroid movie that honors the source material, but I gotta be honest, I just kinda doubt that Nintendo has the courage to put something like that on the big screen, especially to follow up a family film like the Mario movie. So what do you guys think? Do you think we're getting a Metroid movie, and if we do you think Nintendo will tone it back for a softer rating? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more Metroid and Zelda content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.